Hi friends, welcome to Donning with Diamonds. My name is Em and welcome back to another post review. Yay! So if you're new here and you've never seen a video like this before, a post review is a series on this channel where I review the diamond paintings that I have finished. So before I really get into this and start talking about it, I want to put out a little disclaimer. Everything I say in these videos is strictly my opinion, and you might think some of that is being a little nitpicky, but the reason I like doing these post reviews is so I can tell you all every experience I had with this kit, so you can make the educated decision about whether or not you want to purchase either from this company or purchase this painting. So, I am going to start off by talking not about the canvas specifically, but about my brief experience with customer service and shipping. I feel like it is important for me to let you all know right off the bat that if you are considering purchasing a kit from Mary's Diamonds, you need to be aware that shipping is an absolute nightmare. And I'm putting that as lightly as possible. It's a nightmare. I purchased these canvases. I purchased 3 canvases back in December of 2020. I think it was around December 20th. And this was the first and only canvas that arrived to me about a month later. And I had to reach out to Mary's Diamonds to ask where my other 2 paintings were. And they responded to me about a week later saying that they were sorry, but they shipped all of the paintings separately. And my other 2 paintings will be coming in the near future, and they said they would provide me tracking. I never did get the tracking, either for this painting or the other 2 paintings. But about 3 weeks, or maybe it was 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. I should have wrote all this down, but I didn't. They sent me that email February 2nd, and I believe I got the canvases around after Valentine's Day. So I think it was that week, Valentine's week, that I received these kits. So it was about 2 weeks later that the other kits came, which was about a month after, or almost a month, maybe like 3 weeks after this one arrived. So I don't know if I can say with confidence that this company is the best when it comes to customer service, or at least shipping-wise. Customer service shipping-wise. They told me they would provide me tracking, but they didn't. This will probably be the most negative thing I say about this post review. I have 2 other canvases from this order that I won't mention this in, but I feel like since this one was the first to come without the other 2, that's why it was important to mention. Yeah, so just keep that in mind if you really like this kit, or you go to the website that I'll have linked in the description and you really like the kits you see there. They have such unique artwork, and I feel like it's worth the wait, which I'll explain. So now that we have all that not so great stuff aside, let's start talking about this kit. So this is Sunflower by Fizzy Popcake. She is a 50 by 50 centimeter canvas with 42 colors and 11 ABs. So you might be able to tell that I have a lot of thoughts about this kit. First one being, this canvas, the pasting area, if you don't know what I mean by pasting area, it's the spot where you can place the actual diamonds on the canvas. The pasting area is actually only 48.5 centimeters by 48.5 centimeters. So it's not true to size. The entire canvas, so from edge to edge, is what is 50 centimeters. The canvas itself is not, so that was a little disappointing, and that's why I feel like, as I'll explain in a bit, that the rendering, is a little bit pixelated. I mean, it's pixelated even for the size. This was the second largest size on the website. Mary's Diamonds is great because some of the kits allow you to choose between what size you want. But they also had a 60 by 60 on the site, but I opted for the 50 by 50 because budgeting. But regardless about that, I had a really great experience with this canvas. I loved every second that I worked on this canvas. It was super sticky. The drills were great. I had no trash, literally none. The ABs are beautiful. The canvas is so sparkly. It's kind of hard to see because the lighting in here is not great. But it was such a great canvas to work on. And normally, really confetti heavy images like this one, I can't sit for a while and do, but I just enjoy doing this so much that I would sit for literal hours doing this. Another thing that I really, really loved about this kit is that, as you can see, I have no dirt on the edges of my canvas, which is notorious. A lot of diamond painting companies tend to extend the glue of their kit past the pasting area. This kit doesn't do that. Mary's Diamonds doesn't have glue that extends past the pasting area, which is really great because if I didn't want to frame this kit right away or at all, I don't have any gross edges and I can just stick it up on my wall and not have to worry about people coming in and being like, "Ooh, that was a little dirty on the edges." It's really good. As far as I know, they're the only company that with licensed artwork that I've worked on that does not have the sticky edges. And that was really great. When I first started working on this kit, I was a little concerned about the rendering. And even with it finished, I think it looks gorgeous. I think it came out way better than I expected. But it's still super pixelated. And I don't know if that's because of the size. If I had gotten it bigger, would have it made a difference? I'm not entirely sure. But regardless of that, I think it came out really well. I think I spent $56 on this kit. I'm not entirely... I should write all this down. What is wrong with me? I have all this other information on my handy-dandy notebook here, but not when, like, what I purchased this kit for. I don't remember, but it definitely was not on the cheaper side because it is licensed artwork. This kit also just was confetti all the way throughout. Like, there were chances to use my multi-placer, especially in the sunflower here and in her face. But most other places, I couldn't. It just was so confetti heavy. There was not a spot on this canvas that didn't have 10,000 colors in it. Which, you know, sometimes that's fine depending on the kit, but this image itself is not terribly detailed, so I like to deem that unnecessary confetti. If you don't know what that means, I talk about that a lot in my post reviews. It means essentially that there are a lot of colors in one area or even throughout the kit that don't necessarily need to be there. Confetti itself in diamond painting is used to help bring out the detail in a kit and make it a little more coherent. Confetti that doesn't make a kit coherent and makes it really pixelated and not as pretty, not that this isn't pretty, but you know what I mean, is unnecessary confetti. So that was really long-winded. But yeah, when I unboxed this, I was concerned, although I loved it, I was concerned about the number of ABs in this kit. There are 11 ABs in this kit, but working on this kit, you could hardly tell that there are 11 ABs in here. And that is both a good and a not so good thing, because the good part is that it doesn't overwhelm the canvas at all, like I initially thought it might. That was the whole reason I started this canvas, because I wanted to see how those ABs would be utilized. For having 11 ABs in here, they are sparsely used, and that's the not so good thing. It's a good thing, but also not so good. I'll explain better in a second. Most of the ABs, like the most ABs that were used in this kit is this 36 here, which is AB 742, and that was all on the sunflowers. But the rest of the ABs in here are in the leaves or in her eyes. And we have 4 different green ABs that were in the leaves, and I feel like this is so unnecessary. Do I love ABs? Yes. But does it help anything with this canvas. Does it make the canvas better in any way? No, it really doesn't. And as far as I know, I believe, I can't remember where I heard this from, so please take this with a grain of salt, that Mary's Diamonds has since gone back to using less ABs in their canvases. I'm not sure. I feel like I heard that somewhere, but don't quote me on that. And these other ABs here, these other 4 ABs, are only in her eyes. There are some of that green in her eyes as well, and I understand why they did that. I really do. I understand that they put most of the ABs in her eyes because her eyes are kind of one of the focal points of this kit, besides the sunflower, which is obviously in your face. But the eyes are all rainbow, and they're supposed to, like, sparkle, right? However, maybe, like, a few, like, 1 or 2, but there's, like, 5 different ABs in her eyes, and I just don't feel like that it was necessary. And as far as the leaves go, and the 4 different colored greens in the leaves, maybe just, like, 1 AB in the leaves, and then have the majority of them like they were in the sunflowers. There was also a red AB that I don't actually know what happened to. It was here, but 'tis not right now. There was a red AB, it was AB 666, that just didn't need to be there. It really didn't. It's all in her hair over here, and there's, like, 1 AB of that in her eyes, but that AB could have I could have gone without that. And that's saying something. For me to be saying that ABs aren't necessary in a canvas, that's a big deal for me. But it didn't, like, help make the canvas better in any way. That's what I love ABs for. That's why I love ABs, because it really brings out highlights in a canvas that just make it that much better. This didn't really do that. Does it look good still? Yes, it does. It really does. It's not overwhelming. Nothing's in your face. It's not like the entire sunflower is filled with ABs. I actually think that the ABs in the sunflower is my favorite part because of how the diamonds are rimmed around it. The sparklier parts are the ABs. I just felt like that was really tastefully done. But yeah, so like, that's my whole thing about that. What else do we have? What else do we have here? Other than that, there were no confusing symbols in this kit. Even when I was flipping it around, turning it every which way, I had no problem with it. I'll show you how I had my drills. The drills for this kit came in baggies, and I had them all in a bigger baggie. Now, I don't recommend doing this. I don't recommend doing this because I was constantly, this is a me thing, but I'm telling you this so maybe you can figure something else out that I just haven't yet. I had a hard time sifting through these drills to find colors I needed. I feel like I was spending more time searching through this Ziploc bag than actually diamond painting. That's a me thing. You can probably get containers with, like, dividers in it that you can put the baggies in. I don't have that. So that's how I had it. It made my life a little bit more difficult, but regardless, I was able to do it. It was fine. Let's see. What else do I have to talk about with this kit? I don't know if there's anything else that I think is noteworthy. I feel like I've said a lot of negative things about this kit, or I've been really nitpicky. I really loved doing this kit. It was a lot of fun. There's just, a few little things that I feel like weren't necessary, that I'm just offering suggestions that could make this canvas that much better. I know they already re-rendered this. They might have even re-rendered it again for a 3rd time since I purchased it. Who knows? Who knows? But I feel like the canvas doesn't need 11 ABs. I feel like it should be truer to size. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to fix the pixelation. I don't know. They probably computer render their kits. I know not everybody can hand render. It's probably really costly. But I feel like this size shouldn't have been as pixelated, but it also should have been like a centimeter and a half bigger. Because it's not 50 by 50. I don't know. I loved this kit. I really, really did. I had such a great time completing it and doing it. I wouldn't have continued, or I wouldn't have finished it if I didn't enjoy it, honestly. I really wouldn't have. And I did. I think she looks so cute. In my camera here, she looks fantastic. Up close, though, it's kind of hard to see what's going on. There's a lot of confetti. A lot of confetti. I could go on and on about how the rendering is pixelated. There were too many ABs that weren't necessary in the kit. But the bottom line is, regardless of all that, this was a great kit to do. Now, if you want to go and purchase this and you want to, you know, take the gamble and hopefully receive your kits together, as far as I know, according to the email Mary's Diamond sent me, maybe I should have said this back towards the beginning when I was talking about this, they are now putting all kits that you order in one order together in one box, according to them, according to customer service when they emailed me back about the situation. So you'll get all your kits together, hopefully, but I don't know, it could take a really long time. You might not get a tracking number, and that's just all things I feel you all need to know about, and I feel that that is important. That was important to mention. But anyway, I think as far as my review goes for this kit, that is basically all I wanted to talk about. I'm going to take you in on a tour of the canvas now. Okay, you guys, I think that is it for this post review today. If you enjoyed, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We're about 100 subscribers away from 1,000, which is kind of crazy. I'd also really love to know your thoughts on this kit. If you've purchased from Mary's Diamonds, if you've had a similar experience, I'd love to hear about it. I will also have this kit linked down in the description, as well as their website, so you can check it out and, if you want, make a purchase. But I'm gonna get out of here now. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever it is you are watching this. And I hope you continue to spread positivity and creativity in your everyday lives. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!